Welcome to Pause on Purpose, and we're talking about this mindset of unity, and we're in the example of the life of Christ. And yesterday, we talked about how Christ, how he is the great example. And in his opening mindset, what he displays is that he thinks of others, not himself. Today, we're picking up two more thoughts. One is he serves and he sacrifices. See how those coincide? They're almost two sides of the same coin, serving and sacrificing, right? Let me get to the text instead of just talking more. Verse 7 and 8 give us these two ideas about Christ. He emptied himself by taking the form of a bondservant. There's our word again, form. We talked about the form of deity up in verse 6. Now we're taking the form of bondservant. This is the mindset Christ did. In other words, when he became flesh, he put aside the utilization, the independent use of his divine attributes, and he only used them when the Father gave him permission. And by doing that, he took the form of a human being. He was actually human, and he took up the role of a servant. So he served. He served for what purpose? Well, Paul tells us. And being born in the likeness of men, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled, there's our word again, himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on the cross. Now, when Christ became humble, just an aside here, did that mean he became a yes man to everybody? Well, if you read the life of Christ in the four gospels, you realize, well, that's not the case. See, so that's why we can't say a submissive mind is just a doormat, because Christ did not say yes to everybody. And he determined what he submitted to based upon the word of God, his Father, not the word of men. Simply that. Now, here's the thing that Christ did. He served by becoming a servant, and he sacrificed his life for our benefit. That's the beautiful thing about unity. We serve and we sacrifice for the benefit of others, to help them grow, to help them see the word of God, to help them see the person of Christ. And beloved, when you have people around you that live this way, it will rub off. And then we can ask the question, which is our question for today. Am I serving people, or am I demanding to be served? Ouch. That's a pointed question, isn't it? I'll let you answer that one. I'm not going to answer it for you. Am I serving, or am I demanding to be served? I like what I always told my kids, everybody wants to be a servant until they're treated like. And then I said, go find a job as a waiter, waitress, somewhere in the service industry. That should be your first job. And a lot of them did that. And they learned real quick what it meant to be a servant. But that mindset is needed for unity, both in organizations, but mostly and more importantly, in the church. And Jesus models that, the idea of being a servant and sacrificing for our benefit, so that we might share in his glory and his riches and his home. And beloved, that's what it means to go with God, by serving and sacrificing for others, because God goes with us. Have a good day.